Hey, hello. Now you're probably wondering why I'm in a little hole here. Now, the reason why is very simple. We need lots of cobblestone. And why do we need a lot of cobblestone, you might ask? Well, the answer is pretty simple. We need to build a mob farm. And this little mob farm will help us get some spider eyes and some other items that are required. And simply put, we need the spider eyes to breed a ton of armadillos. And really, I tried a little bit off camera to hunt some more spiders to get the spider eyes. But I didn't get that many, and that is a problem. So, to alleviate this, we are going to take every block we possibly can get and make ourselves a mob farm. And realistically, while I'm down here, I'd like to start hitting some ores too to replenish on some materials that I'm missing, namely iron. So this kind of works as a double whammy here. Now we're not going to do a time lapse for this because it seems like extra work where I don't need it. I'm trying to figure out where is the most optimal spots to start putting things like that in the videos. But we'll see. Maybe I'll have a change of heart sometime later. But for this time, we're not doing that. Why are we in super flat mode? Well, there is a good reason. I promise you that. So, I was thinking while I was down there, I really don't like walking back and forth through the cave system. Now, I could add some sort of water bucket feature. Well, some sort of minecart feature, but that's costs a lot of iron. So what we're going to need is some sort of system to send items from the bottom all the way up to the top. And I don't want to do just one big old tunnel up, which that'd probably be the better idea, granted. So I'm thinking we can add some sort of system that creates a way that we can get items from the bottom to the top. And, I'm going to play with a couple ideas in my head, and then we're going to build a concept here. What I'm thinking is probably just going to be a vertical shaft, let's be real. But it's going to involve this guy, and then it's going to involve a block that isn't grass, some sort of dropper, and then potentially a chest array that will spit in items into said hoppers. There we go, like that, and we'll be on our way. We'll be back. Okay, so this is the design I came up with, and just thinking about it, I think this will be perfect because it just has a simple redstone comparator clock that'll detect whether or not there's items in this dropper. And the only big problem I can see myself having is building the chute that goes all the way up, and keeping things efficient is pretty good. I don't think I'll foresee myself needing more than just a double chest here and one hopper. So it looks like things are going to be pretty easy to kind of just put together. I kind of want to make it very iron efficient, so I put 2 rows here just in case this first row gets full up, and then the second row can fill in. Except, I think just maybe focusing it in a bit more to be relative. Okay, well, it should split it. It should do a good job splitting it, I think. So I'm going to go and double check and just see if it splits things pretty well or not. Because if it doesn't, then that's going to be a problem. So it looks like it's relatively getting into the first one, and then it should overflow into the second one. Which, if that's the case entirely, it should be good. Because it looks like it's mostly just going to hit this one until it fills out, which I don't think that it'll ever reach the point where the second chest is full, the second row. But just having more is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this kind of structure here. So use the water elevator to push the items up. and then we're gonna build like something around the top of it. It's probably gonna be like this part exposed, and then like a building here. We'll see once we get into the creative world. But I've been working on this a while. I think it's pretty cool, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, in order to build the design for the above ground portion of my little item transfer system, we gotta have a whole lot of these guys, a whole lot of copper blockums. Now, why do we need a lot of copper blocks? Because I'm thinking that maybe we're gonna kind of divert from the bamboo aesthetic over here, and then maybe work on something that's a little bit more, more industrial. See, I know it's looking pretty bland over here, but I'm thinking maybe a new industrial build, and it's going to require a lot of glass and a lot of copper. So we got this many kind of oxidizing. Hasn't been out here very long though, as you can see. It's only a few blocks are oxidizing, but I do know of a singular source of copper that would have a lot of blocks already put together. And man, one thing we are whacking is maybe some wax from bees, but I honestly don't know where to start with those, but we'll figure it out eventually. One thing we do have to do is we got to get the happy guest over somewhere where we can get some sand. And so I'm going to go grab a boat and a chest boat, and then a couple more blocks of wood, maybe a stack, just so we have enough hanging around. And then we're going to start work on that. I know we said we're going to start working on this soon. I know I did. I lied. We're not working on the island. I can't. Oh, I already have a chest boat in my inventory. I can't tell you the truth, guys. I can't. It pains me so. I can't put this together. Not yet. Not yet. We're not ready for that. That's later. But now we got to go get our happy guest and just start flying until we can see where exactly we need to go to get some sand. So maybe it'd be a good idea to have a couple snowballs on me. Oh, this diamond shovel. We got to enchant this too. I'm all sidetracked. We got plenty of things to do and so little energy to focus on doing that stuff because we got tons of things that I'm gonna see you in a second. I made a mistake here, and don't really know how I can fix it. Let's just grab this block here. Can you come out? Maybe come out of your hole, please. Oh, dude, just you can leave. Just gotta leave this way. Just leave this way. Come on. There we go. We can put the blocks down. Where's the other one? Hey, dude, come here. You go. Okay, you know what? I didn't want to have to do this, but my hand was forced. I don't know where that grass block disappeared to, though. There's 3. I broke 1. It disappeared. Okay. Well, we'll just fix that. We got a snowballs for our snow golem. Got plenty of pumpkins. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. But anyways, in the midst of my sidetrackedness, which is a regular occurrence in my world, I went to go mining for copper ore. As one does. I forgot the shears. But I went to go mine for copper ore, and I got a little bit sidetracked because I was mining copper ore. Oh my gosh. I was mining some copper ore. And one thing that really stood out to me a little bit is it's just like how well you can just forget about the world while you're playing a game. And what I was really thinking about was the fact that sometimes, no matter what you do, people are going to look at what you're doing and just have something to say. Now, what I'm referring to is that I was showing some people I know some of my videos. They were saying, wow, why don't you make a video on a game that people like and will actually watch. And then I'm thinking, wait, is Minecraft not a video game that people watch anymore? I know it is. I watch a ton. But they don't play Minecraft. They don't watch Minecraft videos, and that's okay. You know, because at the end of the day, people aren't just going to understand everything you do. And, you know, it's not always a popularity contest about who has, you know, the most subscribers. And sorry, I got sidetracked again. Yeah, but it's not like a matter of who has the most subscribers to me, or who gets the most views, or who even does their editing better. Because really, I think at the end of the day, I want to make these videos the way I'm making them or the way I want to. Because when I watch a Let's Play series on Minecraft, I don't feel like that I'm really, you know, critically thinking about what's going on because I'm the one watching. And I feel like that maybe if it was up to me and I was making the videos, maybe I would feel a bit more connected to the world I'm watching. And I think that's my biggest drive. So let's get on our happy gas really quick. So my biggest drive for me is because I was making YouTube videos as a little kid. I didn't make that many of them, but I thought Minecraft YouTubers were like the coolest thing ever. I wanted to be one. And I felt like that I could stop at nothing to be one. But I couldn't. I couldn't be a Minecraft YouTuber because I lacked, you know, for one, the ideas. You know, because I just wanted to copy whatever Sky Does Minecraft was doing, or Sunday, or all those guys back when they were making cool, family fun Minecraft channels. But now, I know I don't really want to copycat people, so I'm doing my own thing here. This is the biggest example. Like, sure, some things are, you know, copied in a way, like, you know, the wool placement. I'm sure people could, you know, find that out. But it's a part of me that I want to do. This is my thing. And I feel like that without it being my thing, I don't have, you know, a whole lot of stake in it. Because when I played Minecraft before, I never really felt like that, you know, I was going to come back. I don't think I've ever made it to 169 days in a world. You know, like it didn't happen because when I played on those Minecraft servers I reviewed as a little kid, I played on them for a little bit, and then I just realized that, you know, a part of me doesn't really click with the group as a whole, and the group as a whole, it may not really so much as include, you know, myself. I don't really know how to put that other than that. It doesn't really include myself, which is fine. And you know, and everyone's world and things that everyone do and does and think and say, it doesn't have to always involve me. And that was a problem growing up. I felt like that, you know, I had to be a certain way to match up with a lot of the things that were being said. And I'm sorry if you got this far, just skip ahead, man, if you don't want to listen to me ramble. But yeah, no, pretty much just a whole bunch of just wanting to do what I thought was cool, not necessarily for a job, because it really didn't click to me that Minecraft YouTubers are making money. That didn't really make sense to me. And you know, the idea somewhat doesn't make sense to me. Man, I should have brought some boats. Oh, there's so many armadillos. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get these, and we're going to, like, cut straight back to me moving to find a desert in a bit. Actually, it's probably just going to be me, you know, just floating away. But we found armadillos. This is a big thing here. So we're going to go ahead and take these guys and then drop them off in a second. But yeah, I mean, thanks for listening to my little rant. If you didn't stick that long, that's just fine. And I don't know who I'm talking to at that point. But anyways, let's go ahead and get... Now I've opted to go the direction that maybe, perhaps we'll have one. I dropped off the armadillos and took a nap. they were such a pain to dismount from the gas because it didn't attach itself to the wantingness of the snowball. So I was stuck with the unfortunate side effect of having to go back and forth while the armadillos flew away with the happy gas. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to a desert in a bit, and I'll see you then. Okay, so here we are. We are at whoa, that's close. We are at the area of which there is sand, and I may have already dug up a little bit of sand here, but this is not a desert. I'm sure you can see, but what it is, it's sand, and we need sand. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go cut up some more of this. It's not gonna be time lapseable, and we're gonna get our boat down, or where shovels break. It's getting pretty close to breaking already. The first one, and then we'll fly away with our gas back that way. Now we're flying back with a single chest full of sand. And that's a little bit overkill for what we're about to do. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be worthwhile. Kind of curious on what's going on with this shipwreck, but I'm pretty much guessing there's nothing worthwhile in there. No. Nope. Nothing at all. Okay. Well, let's keep flying back. I'm going to end up going too far, like I said a second ago. But I figured that was just a perfect place just to start cutting the sand out. We did break one of our pickaxes, and that's all okay. Let's see the condition of our boat here. Is it going to hit the... Nope, it's not. Okay. I did seem to break one tool and almost broke this last one, but it's all good because we got half a double chest, so one single chest full of sand. And I got a little bit of stragglers in my inventory too. But that should just be just fine. Now, as we're approaching the base, we're going to do a little bit of a touch and go here. And, my bed's broken. I don't want to fall and do that. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to do a little bit of a touch and go. And, hope we can get a little bit of a soft landing here. See how far off are we from the ground? Not too far, not too far. Okay. Alright. Seems that we got it. Now we're gonna... Oh, okay. We're taking a nap first. I'm not dealing with that, man. Turn the weather volume down a little bit. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, okay. Can I get him to come back to me here? Ah, I broke the thing. Ah, no! Oh, well, that works. Now I just gotta get him back home. Come here, dude. You are the worst. You are the worst. Oh my gosh, okay. We gotta have a snowball here somewhere, do we? No? Oh no, come here. Come here. Come here. Come to me. No. Come on, Snow Golem. Come here. Come here. Okay. Ooh, all right. Now let's do a little quick touch and go at the little drop off. Man, that was stressful a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now that we've done a little drop off, I'd like to say that Happy Gas is quite an option for flight. I mean, if you're taking the game as slow as I am, I'm pretty sure you'd be like, "Oh yeah, Happy Gas, pretty cool." And it is, except the one problem is that it takes so long to get anywhere. Like I probably could have ran there faster. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. Who knows? But we got some stuff to get cooking up. We got some sand to cook up. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. So I found out that copper blocks will oxidize faster if they're this far apart. And I didn't really like how I was looking over there with all the copper there. But we're going to go ahead and place all these real fast. And then hopefully we can kind of, start getting stuff figured out quicker. And welcome back. That took way a long time, like 30 minutes. But until we're out of copper, copper blocks we need to oxidize. I don't know how many copper blocks it's going to take, but I feel like we're just going to oxidize all of them. There's got to be a better way to do this. I don't know. I looked it up, and then I was told that you got to do it this way, so I'm doing it this way. And it seems like some of these are oxidizing pretty quickly, really. So the next step would probably be just to, just make sure all my copper smelts, and then we can go ahead and grab all these. It really puts into perspective how little this is when you see all the gaps in between. But apparently it's 5 blocks away. Make it faster, which to me isn't really that big of a hassle. But I kind of want to get this thing built because this is what's hampering my progression at the moment. Not really. I'm hampering my progression, but this is what's hampering this video right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and let these do their thing. I got chunk simulation up to 32, so we could be over here at the house and it should just not do anything besides oxidize. Yeah, so you can see the gas is all over there. I can pre-cam this way. I can see it, so we're definitely going to have some oxidation going on. And while we're doing that, I wonder how many more copper ores we have smelted, because we went down and got a whole lot of copper. Yeah, see, we got even more, and yep, there's just a little bit left in total, but it all in all, it shouldn't end up working out to be too big of a difficult situation here. But yeah, I'll reach back to you when it happens, and we'll figure out how much XP we got from these bad boys, because I'm pretty sure we got a whole lot. Now, I'm getting a little tired of being idle, watching the copper oxidize. Literally just watching paint dry at this point. So what we're going to do is not do that, but we have this mine shaft to, to make better. And yeah, I switched to mode of peaceful because I just kind of went AFK and almost died. And I just didn't have the energy to make an AFK box. But we're gonna go ahead and make this place look nice and livable and cozy. And maybe not this part, but we're gonna go ahead and do that now. And we're gonna have it wrap all the way around the end. And then I'll see you in a second here. Well, we got the hallway situated. You saw the time lapse. I didn't put a lot of effort into making it look super detailed, because I think that the way it is right now, just basic stone bricks, really just adds to the just the aesthetic I have. I'll have super kind of detailed things like the geode, and I'll have stuff that isn't really detailed but doesn't really need to serve too big of a purpose, given that it's just walking down. And then I don't even want to think about what's over here. And realistically, I probably might end up blocking this part off later on, because we got the thing we're building. We got the water elevator for items, and I already dug out off camera. I already dug out the death hole, which is where the items are going to shoot up at, and there's going to be a building maybe over here. I don't know, but it's going to have come up, and then there's going to be something here, and then maybe I might send it that way so it's a bit closer, or it's right here. But either way, I think it's going to be a great addition just to have something to help me out a little bit. I may end up doing a water elevator too, might make this a bit wider.
but we'll see when it comes to that. I am not certain on what I'm doing quite yet. But the copper situation is kind of getting there. When it comes to oxidized copper, we got 6.5 stacks. Another half stack of copper to get oxidized. Tons of stuff being cooked in here. I'm also cooking stone bricks too while we're at it. And then we got a whole bunch more oxidized blocks to go get and replace. And it's kind of a tedious journey doing all this. Let's hit the stack really quick. Oh, it's not even nighttime yet. Okay. But one thing we do have is a new pickaxe. And this pickaxe has efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3, which is going to help us a lot when we're collecting more materials because there's more. There's always more. It never stops. We're going to go ahead and get some more copper, and then we'll be right back to you. Now, while we're waiting for a few more copper blocks to oxidize, I don't know why I'm going that way just now, but we have plenty to start building. Now, we still have quite a bit that needs to be oxidized, but I think that this much, like a row of oxidized copper blocks, will be what we need to start out with. Now, I think I showed you already that I already dug the hole out that we're going to use to start transporting materials upwards. But what I haven't shown you yet is where it's going to go. And I'm thinking that we're going to have our storage system where the nether portal's at. Right over here. So we're probably going to dig this all out. At least not entirely, but dig up enough so we can start building in there. And then we're going to get our portal, which I think pops up right around here somewhere. We can start prepping to get that built. Let's see. Here we go, right here. So we're going to demolish these ones, or at least one of them, or rebuild it so it works again. And then we're going to just keep building. So I want this tube to kind of come up and then kind of make its way this way. And then probably like burrow itself into the wall here to get the thing built here. It would make it easier if I had scaffolding, which I do not because I don't have enough spider silk, enough string. So I'm going to see if there's an alternative way for me to get string, and then we're going to keep building. Now, I did just remember that I did write down a location of a spider spawner. I'm not sure if I found it on camera, but it's either in one of these tunnels that I've dug here. So we're going to go ahead and find that really quick. Well, that's definitely not a very pretty staircase, but, you know, it brought us to where we need to be. I don't remember how I got in here, though. But I knew I marked down the coordinates, so that was good enough for me. But now we just got to come in here and just set this up so we can actually get spiders out of here. Some loud blocks. So it pretty much should be good enough just to turn off the light in here and just set it up so they can't come in when they come out when I'm trying to kill them. So I think this will be fine. I hope that spawns some spiders. Now that I think about it, it'd probably be a good idea to have like a looting sword. So I'm going to go up, take the XP levels out of our furnace, and hopefully we can get a nice roll for our diamond sword. I think I came this way. And then we'll kind of clear out a little bit just to make sure that we know how to get back. And we got our looting 3. Took a couple times. I was at level 45 and now I'm at level 29. So it looks like we missed out on a little bit, but it's not a big deal. We got our sword, and that's going to make it easier to get some spider silk, some string, some spider eyes. That's the second thing we need. Okay, we got our string and spider eyes. We got a stack of string. That should be hopefully enough. And then we'll go back later, get more spider eyes. But we got 55. What is that going to be? Like 26, maybe full new armadillos. It's going to be a big gain. This is a big gain. We're making big gains, guys. We're doing something. Big gains. Now it's armadillo feeding time. Look at them. They're all scared of me. Pick up your scoots, and then we're gonna see how many we have when we're done. So I just wasted a few, and the reason why is if you scare an armadillo in the middle of them starting to breed, they won't breed anymore. But you can feed them again though, and that's a big win there for us. So we're gonna keep on doing that until we have a whole bunch of baby armadillos, and then I'll get right back to you, and we're gonna start scaffolding or doing something. I think we're gonna start building because I want to get the build out of the way. I want to get the tunnel out of the way so I can start utilizing the underground. Okay, so I got the tube built, and now we're gonna get rid of the scaffolding, and then hopefully we can just get the tube a little bit up higher. And then once the tube is working, then we're gonna start going on and do the build, the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. So hope you'll stick with me for a second here while we just get all this done, and hopefully there's a time lapse soon. Well, guys, I can officially say that I am tired of copper blocks. Look at all this. It comes into two parts. I'm going to give you a tour, but like, look at all this. That's how much copper I decided not to grab. And I got to go clean that up in a second. And then this whole chest right here, got a chest. It's got a couple stacks of copper in it. Man, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. But check this out. This is the second part. We'll talk about this later in a moment. But we'll talk about this first part here. So I knew from the get-go, I kind of wanted it to be divided into two segments. And that's because I plan on putting maybe like a road or something here. I don't know. All my ideas are tentative. But pretty much. And then there's something in the bottom here too, which I can probably get around to later. But this is a potential opening for a second area to have stuff get flown in through here. So I kind of prepped it for it, but it's not built entirely yet. But this is a meat and potatoes here, these two segments. So what happens is that all the loot that I put in on the bottom, ignore the chest, all the loot that I put them down the bottom at bedrock level will get spit out and come all the way up this way. And it's going to water pump itself all the way down to this drop. And this drop has the same mechanism that the one down there has, because I couldn't figure out a good way to get the water to go up without blocks clogging. So it just gets fed into this hopper here. Fed into that hopper, out of that hopper, into this dropper, which has this simple redstone mechanism. And this gave me so much redstone. So little redstone, so many problems. It was all this block. This one right here. Look at this cobblestone. He knows what he did. And so it'll go through, and then it'll start pumping itself back up all the way from the top here. Let's go up, which is taller. That peak's taller than that one over there. And it's going to go do the same thing. And what I really like about these copper blocks here, these copper grate, is that they hold water. So it kind of gave me a little bit more of an excuse to add some water into here. And so all the water is a pretty big W, I think. And then this one, I kind of did the same thing. I thought about putting water in this one, but it's less water. It doesn't have that much in here. I might come back around and change that choice I made. But it's just going to come through, drop down, and then right here is going to be the future inlet to our storage system. So our storage system, like I said earlier, is probably going to be up here. Because like I said, I want to utilize this area more. So having the storage system be up here would be a fantastic thing for me. Then I have nice connection to Lust Caves, and we can do some builds in here maybe. Who knows? The world is full of opportunities. Except for the items right now. They just will plop right there. But this is a perfect example, a perfect time for me to give an example about how the thing works. Actually, let's see if I fix the one thing I didn't fix earlier. Yep, I did. I left this uncapped. You can see in the time lapse, I left it uncapped. But let's go all the way down. And wow, I didn't realize how green copper, how far you can see copper from. This is a spawner, by the way, for the spider. I got it marked. Not very good marking. Oh, yeah, and this is a perfect time to say that I'm going to access the geode from this, too. So later on, I'll make another connection where the geode is, so I can just start mining the amethyst crystal and then have it sent all the way up without it being a problem. Or I'll put some sort of automatic farm and have it dispense up that way. Here we are. This is the Deep Slate mine. Now, the inspiration for this was nothing. I started building on my own here. But I really like this kind of cozy environment, nice little room here. Probably to put like a bed or some other nice stuff. I don't have a bed on me. Let's see what kind of leftover blocks I left. Yeah, there we go. And we got tons of bone blocks. I should breed these. And then spider eyes. Oh, I completely forgot the entire time to breed the armadillos. Oh, man. Okay. Well, let's just grab a thing of deep slate here. Actually, cobblestone. I know I'm going to be upset on deep slate later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it inside the chest. It's going to go click, 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 clack, which is kind of annoying. But, I'm not intending to be here when it happens. It's intending to leave. And it goes all the way up. You can see all the cobblestones go all the way up this, and you can see them go through. Up, 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 and up. And then it goes all the way down into the machine. So you can wait for it on this side. It's going to take a second. There's a little bit of delay. There we go. It goes up. It goes all the way down. Then boom, drops straight down into the pile of nothingness because it's not rendering when it's not moving. But it's pretty sweet, I think. And it'll save me plenty of time. Yep, and then here's our cobblestone stack. And eventually this is going to go straight into the storage system and just kind of go back underground. Just slowly go down one block until we can get here to this point. I'm hoping the copper golems come soon. Because that's what's been stopping me. Ever since we found out about the copper golems, I have not wanted to make a storage unit. A little storage system. So that's why all my chests are still localized on the raft. Which is just fine. But hopefully we can start cracking down on the city. I know I planned it out and I kind of been slacking on that. This whole project took me like a week. And that's like the longest I've spent in videos. Like I'm tired. I'm tired of copper blocks. Well, I mean, so tired. Well, that's all I got to say about the project. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you liked and what you didn't like. Probably my long rants. But I like doing it. I like doing this video. So have a good night, y'all, or good day. I know sorry for the late upload. I know I usually do Monday uploads. And so I'm going to try to get this one out probably, what's today, Wednesday. So probably Thursday. Give you something good for the weekend if you have time on Thursday and Friday. So see ya.